When I talked to you about this time last year, you said, you've never seen anybody like JT in the film room, and all the stuff he does kind of away from the field itself. So I know that continued over the course of the last year, but where's the biggest improvement you've seen in him?
Well, what we decided to do is we got involved in the January, February, March, April passing leagues. The kids approached me. Believe me, I already spent enough time at football, and I wasn't going to win the popularity contest at home, but they wanted to play together in these club type of tournaments. And at that point, we decided, okay, let's let JT call the offense. We'll suggest some things here and there, but let's start to teach him how to see it. And we had that opportunity because it's year-round passing. And we didn't get all wadded up about how well we performed. We more or less used it as a learning tool, and we still had success. And pretty soon he's calling the entire thing, and that's probably the most noticeable change. In last week's game, we didn't call any plays. We get him in the formation, and then he takes it from there. And he knows how to read the box, and then he's just going to go. There's been disguising. He's made a few mistakes, but I can live with that. And I mean, when you talk about growth, we now have a coach on the football field. Basically, my offensive coordinator's wearing a helmet and taking it from there.
And the whole calling plays thing, what comes new is you have to focus on the next play sometimes, which can be difficult to not always live in the moment of what you're doing right now, and you got to think ahead. So it just took a little bit of adjusting, but I always had Coach Monty, who's always been helping me out with the calling plays and giving me whatever tips he has. So it's just been an experience.
Coach Rollinson calls you his offensive coordinator with a helmet. That's a pretty nice piece of praise. But what do you think of when you hear that out of that man's mouth?
Yeah, I mean, that really is a great honor. That's about it. That's just a really great honor to hear that.
Barkley, Leinart, and I'm not going to ask you that question, but when you hear your name in that kind of lineup, how does that make you feel, and what does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, that's just really, it is another great honor to be even putting the names with Leinart and Barkley and all of them, but you can't put too much mind to it. I mean, it's just a great honor to be able to play at the school that they played at, and put your name, be heard with some of them, because those are some of the greats, that have played high school football, college football, NFL.
It's unfair to stack one up against the other,
exactly.
But is there a way to do anything along those lines?
Well, you know what? I don't make comparisons, but what I would tell you is, okay, JT has a great offensive line in front of him, which affords him the opportunity to get a longer look. They're really playing well up front. And he has a core of receivers. I mean, I'm 6 deep. I don't miss a beat, and I can still bring 2 off the bench. And, now if you want to compare, Barkley had a fleet of receivers in his junior year. Obviously, you're a National Player of the Year, okay? Leinart had some, but he never had a core like this. And JT, sometimes if he's a hair off, they come up with some unbelievable catches. And so if you put the whole thing together, that's why you're looking at the statistics that he has. And I don't want to say that, it's a work in progress, and we'll see where it ends up in his senior year. Right now, I mean, I won't lie to you, I've never had a quarterback, any one of them, who has, I ask you, have you ever heard of this statistic? He has more touchdowns than incompletions.